Hey guys, happy Sunday.
Hey, welcome back to BlazBlue and character Snark.
Why are you saying that like you're so upset?
Because I still don't feel good. I'm still kind of sick.
Okay. Well, everyone give Josh your thoughts and prayers. But anyways, we're going to do Hakumen today.
Well, the other reason that I'm a little bit about this is that we don't actually... So we, that I can think of, haven't had to fight any shadow fights in this. Like we haven't had to fight mirror matches.
Yeah.
In the arcade mode. Go ahead and click into it.
You have to click into it. You have controller 1.
My bad, sorry.
I was waiting for you. Now I can be first player.
But we haven't had to do any like matches where we're fighting ourselves, like mirror matches.
Yeah.
That might change with this, but my theory is that we're going to have to fight someone we don't want to fight. And it might be an unlimited match, in which case, because we've been having to fight against New and Hakumen this entire time, I don't know who we're going to fight. Yeah,
so what I did was I usually practice with a character, any of these regular guys, against Hakumen and then against New in training mode.
Yeah.
And then I decide if I'm ready or not. This time I did that, both were kind of easy. Then I decided to try fighting Jean, and then Unlimited Jean, and then Unlimited Ragna, and they kicked Hakumen's ass.
Yeah, so we're gonna try here, but welcome to character Snark, welcome to BlazBlue. Hakumen, one of the 6 heroes of legends, unaccounted for after the Great War, many assumed was dead. What is he waiting for in the depths of Kagetsuchi?
That was pretty good, you got all of that.
Yeah, that's the first time I think I've done all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, so welcome back to Sunday, welcome back to character Snark. This is BlazBlue, we're gonna do Hakumen. This is just I'm anticipating this being unusually difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, you'd think it would be. Also, I learned that I'm not good with Hakumen.
You don't understand Hakumen.
Not really. So the big thing is he's based on counters, and I never do that kind of shit. I don't guard very well. It's a lot of things where it's based on timing and stuff. He's still really strong.
Yeah.
But I can't really do necessarily all the things he wants to do. So he has this shield thing, and it, in theory, is like an auto counter that will then attack the character when they attack you, but like I can't get it to work most of the time. I'm assuming it's a timing thing.
Weird.
Yeah, I don't know. So the other stuff that he does, he has a different super meter than everyone else. It just sort of builds over time and gives him these little gemstones there.
Yeah, it's
and
called
then you can expend
Magatama, right?
Yeah.
Or something like that?
And you expend those with bigger moves. So basically you just wait for that thing to fill up a little and start doing quarter circle stuff and see what happens. Or at least that's how it works when I do it. There's probably a lot more nuance to it that I can't get.
Somebody pointed out, by the way, that Hakumen's name, I think, if I remember the comment correctly, literally means white mask.
Okay, that's a little anticlimactic.
Yeah, so we keep
He's
calling...
just the white mask.
We keep calling him, and for some strange reason, some people in the comments keep calling him Hakuman. And it's like, not only is that incorrect, that completely breaks his name, because his name is Japanese, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably not that significant a name. He's the white mask or whatever, but like he's got other stuff going on that's gonna be like, he's probably got a bunch of titles we don't know yet.
I think that's the equivalent of calling like a samurai a samurai.
I see. Like how rude of me to ask why pitiful girl. Okay, so since we know there's a connection between Noelle and New, he might know something there, but he's just saying that he pities her, basically.
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, so we got Tager, and they should kind of know each other?
I don't know. Maybe, but maybe on accident. I don't think we're going to get our story this early on.
Yeah, no. Hakumen's from some weird dimension where he was sitting around that Arakune was not very well treated by or something.
Well, he's one of the good warriors.
Yeah.
However many there are. Was there 13?
I think there were 6, dude.
Yeah.
But anyways, Tager was part of some science thing that was supposed to be dealing with that. I think that's what we know.
Yeah.
But they're not talking to each other, not that that really means anything.
There's a weird implication in Taker's story. They think that they were the ones who figured out how to open the door, and Hakumen came out of the door, and they were just confused, so they kept him around for, like, study for a while, and he was like, no, what? And then he escapes, and he beats up everyone, I guess. I don't know.
And Taker is just not doing any of his good stuff.
No, yeah,
he doesn't care today.
I think we're early enough in the collection of fighters that his AI's not bumped too hard.
Yeah.
So Taker's kind of down there, and he's just like, yeah, no, I'm just fighting with nothing.
So despite
he's
Taker
not doing
being,
any of his grabs or anything.
He's one of the characters who's easier to beat arcade mode with when you actually fight against him here. He's like, whatever.
Yeah.
At least because he was randomized in this early.
Like, honestly, when we used to do when we did the training for Taker, and I keep coming back to this, but when we did the actual arcade mode for Taker, we did a training beforehand, and I think out of, like, 10 times that I fought him, I only lost to Hakumen once. like, Taker could, without any effort, kind of just burn through Hakumen. But clearly the AI has no idea what it's doing.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's fine so far.
Hakumen win.
So the other thing that bothers me about Hakumen is that his mobility is not what I would like. It's like I like to run and jump around in a very different way. Okay, that's generic.
He says it, by the way. You don't need to repeat it.
No, I'm just saying what it is so that I can comment on it.
Yeah.
This should mean something. Let's see what it does.
No, this isn't a story either.
But it should be,
but
from what we know about the
I honestly would be surprised if Hakumen gets any story. I kind of anticipate
that honestly could also happen.
But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like he goes through the whole thing without any story at all.
Yeah.
He gets unique openings, but they're almost nothing.
Yeah, no, it's just the standard stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, Hakumen doesn't really dash. He does kind of hop a little when he does things, but he has an air dash. But, like, despite being, like, something I do often, like, I will jump around, the air dash doesn't always want to work for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Like,
I like characters who jump high and often and can run at you and combo good.
Like, his actual movement's pretty slow. He can dash, and I think his dash is pretty okay.
I remember really liking the way Arakune's, like, jumping went, because he basically could just sort of fly around.
Yeah, he can glide for short periods of time, which is really nice.
Yeah, like, it's not really a glide, but yeah, he can air dash multiple times and go all over the damn place.
Sort of.
I guess Hakumen can kind of do a multiple air dash, I think.
I don't know if you can. You probably shouldn't try while you're in the middle of fighting.
There, that was the counter going off correctly.
The counter's really hard to get to work, though. At least for you, like, because I'm guessing it's just you're not familiar enough with the timing yet. Because this is really like. This isn't the first time you've played as Hakumen, but it may as well be.
Yeah, like we messed around with him when we first got the game. Yeah. And it's just, no, this is not a character I would
First time in earnest, I guess.
Yeah, we didn't record that. That was just us messing around.
Yeah.
We technically had never done a tournament Snark the way we did.
Didn't we do a tournament Snark with
I don't think we did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you're going to want to go and check, because I don't remember doing it.
Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know.
Yeah, but we never went through and gave first impressions of the characters. But we did try all of them, and it was like, I'm not good at Hakumen. Okay, so no, he knows what Arakune is.
We finish the all the arcade modes.
And then there's like story mode, and we don't know how to tackle it.
So I have a general idea of how to tackle it.
Okay.
Story mode is going to be weird because it's unique in this game. In that I'm pretty sure it is going to be a character Snark and not a story Snark.
Because it's not one continuous story.
It's not one continuous story. It is character by character, the same as this was. But doing certain things during the actual story mode changes the outcome of the story. So in order to get
we don't know
all
how
of
to
the
branch
endings,
in an episode.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to sit down and write down like all of the different branches and how to get to them, and then we're gonna have to go through and just do that for everything, and it's gonna be awful. But I can make it work.
In theory, this is a character I should be able to counter well because she's got to come up close for most of her stuff. There. Yeah, that worked.
Yeah. But she's also combo happy, and she
bounces everywhere.
Yeah, she is way more mobile than you are.
Yeah.
Isn't Taokaka the only character in this game with a crawl, too?
Yes.
Like, you hold down in any direction and she crawls
Yeah, I like
instead.
that she can do that kind of shit.
No one else does that. It's weird, but it's cool. I do
some
like
of the most effective moves for Hakumen for me is just sweeping his sword on the ground. So if
Yeah.
she does crawl, it's not going to help
No,
her.
she'd be fucked if she did it here.
Yeah. It's going to be fine.
Yeah. But yeah,
So,
go ahead.
Taokaka is descended from one of the other 6 heroes, so in theory, Hakumen may have had something to say about her, but there's no reason to, because she herself doesn't do much. She just kind of hangs out in the cat town and is one of the many vigilante characters who's just out for Ragna.
I get the feeling that probably even amongst the other legendary heroes, Hakumen was probably very antisocial.
Oh yeah,
Like-
one of the others we're pretty sure is just Nirvana, who is not even like an animate object. So, the standard of what they would have done in social interactions, it's like, who knows? But he probably also just sort of went off on his weird little speeches and anime nonsense, and they probably just ignored him.
Aww.
What? I don't know what he's trying to tell us here. Brought such a dangerous being before us?
Maybe it's because Taokaka is one of the descendants of one of the weapons or whatever.
Maybe?
I don't know. I'm gonna guess that's what that means, because outside of that, it doesn't make any sense, really.
Lychee is going to be like Taker in that there's potentially things she could say here. But
I think she is
not.
actually getting her story.
Maybe. Let's see. No, this looks like the
regular...
regular...
no, this is no story. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess maybe he's just not going to get story, like I said.
Maybe.
That's it's a little bit of a cop-out, though. That's
Then what is
kinda
New
lazy.
gonna get?
Maybe New gets no story also. I have to assume that New will at least get Ragna to show up. Like that's
Yeah, she's got
that is my guess, is that New is at the very least
and maybe
gonna get Ragna.
Noelle.
In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if New's, like, the end of her thing, like the end of her arcade mode, is unlimited Ragna or something like that.
Yeah. Who, by the way...
He's a nightmare to play against.
Yeah, no, in training with Hakumen, I tried against Unlimited Ragna, and it was like, just 2 or 3 seconds of what the fuck just happened here, because this match starts, and it's just black clouds of demon nonsense just swirling everywhere, and he says he's gonna eat me, and then I'm dead.
It's literally like fighting just a god mode character. Like the unlimited versions of these characters are the quote-unquote boss ones, but they are just quite literally, in some cases, just this is literally, we wanted to build broken versions of these characters.
They're boss characters.
And with Ragna, it's really obvious, because Ragna's entire thing when he's unlimited is that any single hit he lands regains him health. So it's like, as long as he is constantly beating on you, you can't kill him.
Yeah.
You have to actively find a way to stop him, go in there and hit him without him hitting you, and then beat him in order to beat him. Because otherwise, as long as he's hitting you, even if you're blocking, I think he's still gaining life off of that.
Also, the AI for Unlimited Jean would just sort of sit there in the corner and launch ice at you, one after another, and you couldn't do shit.
We tried fighting Unlimited Jean, and it was literally Jean just tossing ice swords over and over. It was just
over and over.
He was just zoning the entire time. He's just throwing ice swords over and over and over. And then you'd get frozen, and he wouldn't stop. He'd just keep doing it. It would just keep hitting you while you're frozen. And then
the
you'd get
AI is a dick in this
unfrozen.
game.
And upon getting unfrozen, he wouldn't stop. He'd just keep doing it until you until you got frozen again, and then he'd just keep going.
So this is an interaction that they'd have no reason to have anything meaningful in, I think.
Me.
When we played Bang last time and
Yeah.
fought Hakumen, did anything meaningful happen?
I don't think
Not
so.
really.
I think it was literally Bang was like, oh, who are you? Okay, let's fight then.
Yeah, it was just a guy who's like a grimdark anime weirdo versus a guy who's like an upbeat anime weirdo, when they both did their little speeches and no one cared. They weren't listening to each other. I imagine you get these two in a room and they both go off on monologues at the same time and don't notice the other guy was talking.
Yeah. It's weird.
You'll notice I do a lot of the same moves over and over again because I don't know what I'm doing. That's gonna keep happening with Hakumen.
I mean, we both are still learning how to use like half these characters. Anyway,
yeah,
so.
And his sword has way better range than anything else he does, and since he doesn't move that fast, I need the range.
I mean, the only other things that he does is his face buttons are literally one button dedicated to sword moves.
It's a sword, a kick, a punch, and that counter thing.
Well, one of them is dedicated to countering, and then the other two are just a kick and a punch. And the kicks and the punches don't really seem to do much of anything because his punches are incredibly short, and his kicks are sweeping, but they take like build up to do, and it's like, oh, that's really weird. None of these seem to really do a ton of damage. I mean, don't just spam the sword, obviously. You can throw kicks out and they're useful, but it's like, just, I don't know. Throwing out naked kicks is a really bad idea.
Yeah. So did you see just a bit there ago that Bang, like, tossed me into the air, and then he ran forward and back in the air, then threw ninja darts at me?
Yeah.
And it looked like the AI was explicitly showing off.
A little bit.
Ah, shit. Dude, you're at like a sliver of health. What do you think you're gonna do with this?
If he beats you, you're gonna feel real stupid about it.
Well, there he goes.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, you're like, oh, you're at a sliver of health. What are you gonna do? If he had landed that like twice, you'd have died.
Well, Bang can fuck off now.
Yeah, I would have beaten you. So
you go
be careful.
home, dude.
He has nothing but nice things to say. Have you noticed that? Like, he's not insulting anyone. He's like, you're doing real good. You're a dangerous fighter.
Well, for Lychee, he said, like, just accept it. And that was not really nice.
I mean, that's not really nice, but it's I don't know. I kind of don't know if I'd call that mean either. Somewhere in between, like, I don't know.
I keep forgetting that Rachel's around. Because her aesthetic and stuff just feels a little out of place.
And you weren't the one who had to do her arcade
that
mode
too.
either.
But she seems a little more cartoonish than everything around her.
I mean, kinda. Bang's a little bit like that too. Her entire thing is just she's a vampire. And as a result, she wants to be Halloween, and Halloween in Japan tends to be very cartoony, the depictions of it, as opposed to like...
America loves Halloween so much that, like, we just... Like, every cartoon has a Halloween episode, and there's entire Halloween cartoons that are just really... Like it's a cartoony holiday,
But in the U.S., like in the West just in general, I guess not even the U.S., in the West, we tend to use Halloween as, like, there is cartoony Halloween, but then people will sometimes advocate for the concept of, like, let's do incredibly serious Halloween. And it's like, that's the more common one that you see, is the very serious, like, oh, everything needs to be scary Halloween.
I don't think you and I are looking at the same Halloween media.
Maybe not.
Because literally everything for Halloween is like jack-o'-lanterns and cute ghosts and little bats and stuff, and everything's purple.
That's not everything for Halloween.
Sure it is.
No.
It's a kid holiday, because it's for trick-or-treating. Everything else is just peripheral. Like, adults will, like, do parties, but that's, like, so that they can dress up sexy.
Agree to disagree. The point that I'm making here is that Halloween is not a Japanese tradition, so anytime they do it, there is no peripheral. It is only goofy pumpkins.
Well, it's because they're getting it from American cartoons.
I mean, I don't even think that's true, to be totally honest. I don't think that they care too much about American cartoons.
Westaboos are a thing.
Yeah, but I don't think it's fair to declare that there is a large enough amount of them that they're influencing cultural trends in Japan.
No, I'm just saying that, like, first of all, where the hell do you think Japan got Halloween from? It is not like a traditional Japanese holiday.
I know, I said that.
But, like, it's coming from the West, and the places where you see it the most in the Western media is going to be in, like, kids stuff.
He said, be careful, Icarus.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell he was talking about.
He was like, what is this? The puppets are going too far. Be careful, Icarus.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He's saying she's flying too close to the sun, I guess.
Anyways, that Halloween tangent was really just me saying that Rachel touches down on, I want to say on Ragna and Jean a little bit, but that nothing else seems to really touch her stuff.
Yeah,
right?
Well, it's implied that the reason that Jean has the weird vampirisy powers is that she
You mean
bit
Ragna?
him. Yeah, sorry, Ragna. Gene only barely touches on her as well, right?
I think he does. I don't remember. I could be thinking of something else.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
But I don't know. It's just she bit Ragna is what we think happened.
Yeah.
But even then, like,
well,
that's
I think
not
it's
much.
explicitly stated.
No, it's stated that she bit someone once,
Oh,
and that it
okay.
was a boy, and
Well,
his name is
Ragna
the Blood Edge.
Yeah, and that's Ragna the Blood Edge.
Yeah, Carl can just go home, by the way.
Yeah, Carl, what are you doing?
You're not
Why
getting
were you the fight
anything,
before the
dude.
boss, Carl? Like, what the fuck?
It's probably random. But, like, dude, go home. You're out of your league.
Poor Carl.
I know that supposedly if you play him really right, then he's a good character to
Oh,
fight
yeah,
as
people pointed out that, like, because there's a Worlds for this. Like Evo, I guess, had probably Worlds for BlazBlue for a while. Like, World Tournaments.
Okay, that's
Why-
not an inherently assumed
when you're talking
term.
about fighting games, if you say Worlds, that's you know, tournaments and shit.
Well, I didn't know that, and you're talking
fine,
to me.
Fine, but one of the people who won the World Tournament years ago was a not a Ragna player. Was a Carl player, yeah.
Yeah,
So
apparently
you can
he's
look up
top
videos,
tier,
and
but-
he's actually top fucking tier if you know what you're doing.
But the AI doesn't want to do that, I think.
No, yeah, well, the AI doesn't know what the fuck it's doing because Carl, I guess, is just way too technical a character.
And
As he, like,
also, so
turtles
long
in the
as-
corner trying to not die.
So long as you hit him and just try to avoid the doll, like, his hits aren't very much.
Yeah,
And
doesn't-
Hakumen has decent
I mean,
defense.
when he can throw out supers, they can be. He's got that one super that we never really used with Carl,
Where he has
pulls
that
the
gear
gear
shit?
out in the middle of the area. That one hurts pretty goddamn bad.
You came closest to discovering the truth. Did he, though?
Well,
Because we know that Carl's operating under some weird
he's not
delusions.
insane enough, I guess.
No, it's just that
Okay.
Carl's got some...
New is our second to
Huh.
last.
Okay.
So do the new fight. Perfect, first time.
I might be able to, because Hakumen's got waste... Okay, so the thing with New is her defense is kind of low. So if you can avoid her shit and actually hit her, you're probably going to do a lot. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We get some stuff. Unidentified.
Undefined.
Okay. As opposed to everyone else, she's just like, yep, that's a hostile enemy.
Yep.
Okay, we had assumed that Hakumen's a robot, right?
I don't even remember if we made that assumption.
I think it came up at one point. But yeah, no biological reaction.
They're having, like, he's having a real conversation with her.
Has been activated.
Huh. She has a name.
Doesn't matter what you do. This is
Sun
will be
Kishin.
your last.
Susana O unit. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Do they not know each other, or do they know each other?
And steal.
I don't
I'm
know.
confused.
Because you could take any
I mean,
context of
it's a
Hakumen...
unique thing for her at the very
Yeah,
least.
you can take any context of Hakumen doing things and just sort of say that he might be reading off of, like, his fan fiction while no one else pays attention to him.
Yeah, but
Because he largely says shit that people don't understand.
But this is another one of those situations where it's like the characters aren't you know, like that in their own universe, because this is really, for them, it's just real. So it's like, I don't think he's reading off fan fiction. I think he's actually
No,
like,
he
oh,
just
man,
seems to be giving
I'm dark
off,
and-
like,
and
fucking
weird.
monologues where it's like, it could be anything. It bears
I
nothing
guess.
to the other characters because they don't know what he's talking about.
You've got your full fucking super, by the way.
Oh, I do. Oh.
She
she's
countered
got-
you.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
Destruction.
She countered you again.
Systems activated.
She's gonna, yeah, you can't, his is really, really finicky. He gets no armor on it.
Well, that's one down.
He gets hit super easy when he's pulling out a super.
Well,
So you gotta be very
anyways,
careful.
I was trying to say, and you kept
Yeah, sorry, go ahead,
denying
go
me
ahead.
this, that, like, just, Hakumen says a lot of things that feel like they're prepared speeches, which I was saying jokingly is like fanfic,
Okay.
and it doesn't mean anything to most other characters. It really doesn't. Like, it might mean something internally if you know the lore, but the characters wandering in don't know the lore. Because
Yeah.
they're usually just looking for Ragna. So
Most
it's just
of them
funny
are,
because
yeah.
it just looks like he could just wander in. He probably walks up to the greeters in Walmart and gives them a speech about, like, the legendary heroes and how he's gonna destroy evil or something.
I don't know, maybe. We don't know enough
There.
about the character
We're
to
tied.
really know if that's what he'd monologue about. Because he doesn't monologue about that, as far as we know.
No, there's been times where he's basically said that he's the hero that's gonna destroy shit. He called Nu a demon.
Well, Nu is a demon, though. Let's be real.
She's a robot.
She
or
walked out of a
something.
hell portal with a giant sword in it.
That's not. It's honestly not that demonic looking.
Also, she's not really a robot. She's a cyborg. Like you said, flesh and steel.
Yeah.
So.
But still, demon of flesh and steel? Is this Doom?
I would
She's
I
a
would argue
Doom
she
cyber
could be.
demon.
She could be a demon, honestly.
Nice.
Nice
Did
hit.
you see how much of that bar was destroyed there?
Yeah, I did. If you do the full like hit version of it, it does a ton of damage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking big.
Yeah, it's awfully large.
Let's see if I can get it. Not
Kind
as
of, but
much.
it's not the big enough version.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah, almost
there we
done.
go.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, no cuts. No
Nice.
cuts.
Yeah, did it right the
So-
first time.
Okay. Just doing it. I was hoping that she would go into like normal person voice.
Must be next.
Fusion is yet to begin.
I don't know who it is. It's Ragna!
Oh, he's gonna kick us to death. Was she supposed to fuse with him or something?
I don't
I think she
fucking
may have
know.
said something
Maybe.
about that actually. Or some other thing.
Prepare yourself for unlimited Ragna.
He might not be unlimited. Let's see.
Max level. Unlimited Ragna.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Let's
We'll
see.
Cauldron is open? What's going on?
How did Ragna get in here without getting past Hakumen to start with?
You are late. Feel intelligent.
He's like, what's going on? I'm confused.
He has gone to the far side of the boundary.
Is his partner though?
That was supposed to be my job.
Oh, yeah. He was gonna
I
kill
don't
her,
know
but whatever.
what context they're having this conversation in.
Well, I'm going home.
Place
I like Ragna.
Yeah, Ragna's really great.
high.
He's like, oh, I was gonna kill her, dude. You did it? Cool, thanks. See you later. Bye.
I'm gonna kill you too. Oh fuck.
How about you shut up before I give you another one to breathe out of?
What's wrong? You're
I love
not
Ragna.
What are you so afraid of?
He just seems to just be pissed off at this.
Yeah.
A piece of shit like you shouldn't be throwing my name.
Is he just really angry that he's a vampire? Or like, what's up?
I mean, would you not be angry if you were a
I don't
vampire?
know. No, I mean, is he really angry that Ragna is a vampire?
There's probably more to it because he also called him like New's partner and there was some sort
Yeah,
of
I
fusion
guess.
thing going on.
Me? Die here? Me? The only one dying here is gonna be
Ragna's just on at like
All times.
high fucking volume. Like just
He's
he's
cold
just,
steel.
There it
Shit.
goes. He's giving us this speech every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is normally how he starts fights with the other characters when we're
Okay.
playing other guys.
Hakumen,
This is it.
has come.
We are the obnoxious boss.
There you go. Do it. Oh, he's not unlimited. Do it good though. Because he
He's
still
still
has the ability. Yeah, he's still strong and he can still totally suck health if he wants to. It's just it's only on some hits, not all of them.
Yeah. But the
So,
thing with Ragna
be
when I
careful.
did try and fight him is
Yeah.
that if he has a higher chance of me getting my counter to work than some of the
Because
other
a lot of
ones.
his stuff is physical and really close by. Okay, with this one, if you can just avoid him, he'll kill himself. So just give him time, keep him at a
Yeah.
distance. He does damage to himself, and it's limited anyway. There it is. So now he's
Okay.
back to normal. Yeah, with his big super that causes him to glow like that, it's honestly better just to turtle a little bit and let him like deal with it
Nice.
himself because it ticks down his health as the timer goes away for the.
But he
actual
can
thing.
do draining in that form, right?
Yeah, which is why you want to keep distance from him.
Yeah, well,
Just
this wasn't
turtle
that
and keep
bad.
distance. Yeah,
we were
no, it's
expecting them
okay.
to amp this up to maximum because Hakumen would be the
This
boss
still might be
guy.
maximum AI for Ragna. I have no idea.
Maybe.
It's just Ragna's not a boss character.
Yeah, but
And
they
he's
have
not even
a
the
boss
boss
form for
version
him.
of Ragna, yeah. So, I don't know. It feels like they probably should have made it the boss version of
Yeah, but I don't think we wanted to deal with that. We were
Yeah.
worried that we would have like a 4-hour recording
Uh-oh.
session where we'd be cutting out a bunch of failures.
Yeah, I think this might be one of the first, well, it's not the first one, but it is
There.
one of the only ones we've had where we haven't had to do a whole cut at all.
Yeah.
I think. I might be speaking too
Like,
soon,
I
but
think
don't
we
know.
didn't have to for Jean. I think.
No, I think we didn't have to
For
for
Tager either.
Tager either.
Yeah. Okay. So this is...
So here's his storyline. Hey!
Okay. Well, I mean, it would have to be kind of like a long backstory, so framing it like a story is...
Neat.
Ooh, okay.
Is this the setting's backstory?
Is this the beginning of Wind Waker?
I don't know. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I like this. So, the beast is what the heroes fought?
Probably.
It was too strong.
Because there's gotta be some reason they were heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Is New the beast?
No, I think the beast is a physical, actual thing.
Oh, here we go. A white knight, and so was he the leader of the 6 heroes, or is this just the way he sees it?
Oh.
So there's a cat in here, correct?
Yeah.
And like there's like a witch and some kind of, I'm gonna say a lizard, but I can't tell. None of them seem to be Nirvana from these artistic interpretations.
I think that these are really bad interpretations.
Yeah, because that Hakumen also looks like a weird creature.
Yeah.
The people got mad at the White Knight.
This is like the cauldron's gate thingy
Yes, it
that the
is.
sword comes out of.
So they beat the thing, but people got angry at him and locked him in a dark room.
Okay, so this is his understanding of it, where he's the hero and he's right.
Or maybe that's actually what happened, and the argument is that we're going to find out later on that maybe in beating the beast, they fucked some up, like, natural system up or something like that. I don't know, like, I could believe that there's going to be an actual thing going on there, where it's like, oh, well, the reason that the people locked him up was, like, without realizing it, he had fucked over something super hard or something like that. So now we're going to go into verses, because it is character Snark after all. And I'm going to be on the left, and Megan's on the right. Do you want to do... Yeah, you'll do Hakumen, and I'll pick someone. I don't know.
Yeah, we haven't messed with his colors yet.
Yeah, we haven't.
Let me see. Do I not get any fun pink shit?
I don't know.
No?
Maybe.
It should be the same for everyone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna see whatever this
it
is.
should be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go auto. Yeah.
Yeah. So this was like, firstly, we expected it to be harder, and it wasn't.
Yeah, it
And
actually
secondly,
wasn't
I
that bad.
expected it to have more backstory, and it kind of didn't.
That's your pink one, kind of.
Not really.
I'm blonde Ragna, though. That's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Yeah, you're Cloud.
Not even Cloud. I mean, he's got a brown coat on that's very much not Cloud.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what I am.
And my sword is like... It's like Lego Atomic Fire Orange.
So, you think you can do this? Because Hakumen,
maybe
even
not.
when I don't know what I'm doing with him, is way fucking broken and good at things, so long as the AI is not throwing a million projectiles.
No,
at
I
me.
figured.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, how'd that miss?
I don't know. I was on the ground for it.
Maybe that was it.
Like, OTG stuff in this game is, like, really, really finicky. So I wouldn't be surprised if that's what it was.
There we go.
go.
Just make a comeback, dude!
Maybe I will.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to counter because it would be fancy and I can't get it to work.
Yeah, well.
I can never get it to work though, so whatever.
Anytime you try to be fancy, you always wind up getting your ass kicked.
That's true.
You
Fancy
think you'd
isn't
learn
strong.
not to be fancy about things. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not good at being fancy is the problem.
I think I'm gonna die here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
I'm not sure what was happening there.
You punched me in the chest and I instantly died. Well, okay. I'm fucking terrible at this, clearly. It's been a long time since I've played Ragna.
Well, now you can be unlimited if you'd like.
Okay, you too.
Yeah. Well, I'm expecting that it's just going to be like a higher...
I'm gonna go with normal color scheme, by the way.
Okay. I'm expecting that this is going to be just like a higher rate for his bar to fill.
For Hakumen?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a way faster bar, and I think you do get other boosts as well. Your boss Hakumen right now. That's you are final end of the game boss version of that character.
I'm also in red because I just keep using the button that just autos to the red and
Yeah,
blacks.
I noticed.
But also, it's a good color scheme for him,
Yeah,
I think.
I like Ragna's like normal color scheme, by the way. I
Yeah.
think it looks really good.
Yeah, no, it's good because it's also like red and black and Shadow the Hedgehog-esque.
Yeah, a little bit.
That's what I call it whenever I'm in those color schemes. It's like I'm Shadow the Hedgehog now.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Oh.
It might also. I'm wondering if Unlimited does anything for my counter ability. No.
Not against a super, it doesn't.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Can't counter a super.
Shit.
It's because I'm gaining life back.
I forgot it even gives you a fucking like a word for it at the end.
Oh yeah, no. It also does it for ties, which is really weird because we have only seen that like once, I think. And I think it was during a fight against Hakumen with a different character.
It was like a Carl fight or something.
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, you were worried that it wasn't going to wind up in that video, and I think I did actually leave it back in.
Yeah, Carl was a nightmare of many times.
Carl was a bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, just gonna do this.
Oh fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
I missed it. Oh no.
Yep. I'm still probably gonna lose this because you're going to be gaining life.
Kinda, yeah. Oh fuck. If you're doing enough damage though, it's not gonna matter.
Yeah.
Oh, no, there
No,
it is.
no. I'm dead.
Yeah!
God, did you see how much your bar jumped up?
Yeah.
Christ, shit, vampire.
Unlimited Ragna.
Okay. So,
Oh man. Yeah, final thoughts.
Unlimited Hakumen is not as easy as you'd think.
God.
Unlimited Ragna is fucking terrifying, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh, that was much
so
faster
yeah,
than
this was
expected.
faster. This was nicer. I enjoyed this. I guess.
Can't wait for New to be
New
like
is
the
next
opposite
character
somehow.
we do. So look forward to that, I guess.
Yeah,
and then
I'm-
we'll have finished this, and then we'll move on to the actual
Yeah.
story mode after that.
I'm going to predict that she's going to get special text with every character, and that they're all going to be unlimited, and it's just going to be other people walking into her room and her trying to identify them, and then getting her ass kicked.
It was so weird that Hakumen's thing was literally we have no story whatsoever and one less unlimited character than normal. And it's like, Hakumen, why is your story mode easy?
Because
boss
he's a
character.
hero.
He's already strong. Like, why are you gonna make his storyline the easiest so far?
I don't know.
I'm so confused.
Maybe we were
Okay.
supposed to start with him.
Maybe we were.
No, there's been nothing here to indicate that anyone's a start character other than maybe
no,
Ragna.
not really.
Okay, that's
All right.
that's. Tune in next week where we're probably not going to play this, and then might come back another week because we like to mix them up. But
Right.
next time we play is going to be new.
Have a good day, everybody.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday.